Good morning, United Methodist Church. This is Greg Weaver from Bates County Memorial Hospital. I'm the CEO, and I just wanted to thank you guys for thinking about us and tell you a little bit about what's going on here. We are having a surge of COVID in Bates County, and of course the whole Missouri is, and some other areas of the United States, including northern Arkansas. But we really hit hard in the southern Missouri state or counties. And it has spread up this way, and we've had the highest numbers we've ever had in Bates County for any infectious disease. According to one of our doctors who's been here for 30 years, this is the highest number of an infectious disease we've ever had. So obviously this is real to us, and we're having issues with staffing, supplies, number of beds that we can put patients in, those who have COVID and those who don't have COVID. We've had to turn people away and send them to other hospitals who needed to be admitted in our facility, but our beds were full with COVID patients. These are things that are very real and taxes our staff quite a bit. We still at the hospital here have to wear masks, wash our hands, use hand sanitizer, try to social distance. We have a unit that's called a PAPR, P-A-P-R, which stands for basically a self-contained device that helps recirculate air within the suit that they're wearing so that they don't get contaminated from the air. It blows it out into the room instead of sucking it into them that they take in. And they filter the air that's coming in through a device they're carrying on their back so that they can breathe inside of it. Some nurses have to be in that for quite some time. And it can cause issues with them. I mean, we've had two people that almost had heat exhaustion who were wearing them during COVID testing because we had to do it outside, so we did not contaminate our clinics for our well patients that need to come in. We are dealing with excess hazardous waste that is building up and having to spend a lot of money off budget to get rid of that hazardous waste. So not only does it affect us physically and mentally, but as well economic-wise, as it destroys our budget and causes deficits in other areas that we need spending on. But those are still things that we're dealing with, that the whole nation is dealing with. It hasn't seemed to gone away. And it's because of the Delta variant, or the variant that is mutated because the virus is trying to live. And we are at a very high rate right now, over 27%. And that could be different today because I didn't look today. It could be higher, it could be lower. But to make a point is that it's staying very high and our positivity rates are high. And we are seeing it affecting children in the southern Missouri areas. Cox and Mercy and Springfield are admitting 4 patients a day that are COVID positive that are adolescents. And before, we know that adolescents usually didn't have much trouble with it. So this variant is affecting them as well. So yes, it has caused us a lot of trouble. We had our nurses sadly had to watch a patient die who couldn't breathe, who went from having oxygen on and then having a CPAP, which is a machine that keeps the air sacs open in the lungs, and then having to be intubated and then dying. And the only known cause of that was COVID. There was no other cause for that, such as a heart attack during that time or a stroke. Nothing like that else happened to that patient. You need testimonies. You know, we use testimonies in church to tell about the things that God has done for us. These COVID patients' families' testimonies are true and from the heart that they wish they had been vaccinated. We find very many people that have not been vaccinated who are positive. Matter of fact, a majority of them are not. Patients who have been vaccinated can get COVID. And here's how. When they released that COVID vaccine, they told us it was not 100% effective. That some of them were 98, 96%, some 88% like Johnson & Johnson, some of those other ones. So yes, there is a possibility of the percentage 7 to 10% that may get COVID, and then we call those breakthrough to people who have been vaccinated who get COVID. We are finding, though, that those who get COVID don't seem to have as greater complications. So we recommend the vaccine. We have to. because we need help. The country needs help. We need people to quit dying from COVID. People die from stuff every day, but this is being transmitted. So people that normally would not be sick could be affected just by being in the same room or getting droplets on the person. And that's why we have to wear a mask, social distance, and wash our hands and not touch our faces, is to keep that down. So there's a lot of things going on. And, I appreciate your gesture for, dealing with perhaps something for our staff. I will tell you that at times morale is pretty low based on COVID fatigue, if that makes sense to you. Just every day it's COVID this, COVID that. So if you ever have any questions, give us a holler. We do have an infectious disease nurse that is able to speak to you, or if you yourself are experiencing any symptoms or issues, please go see your family provider and let them know what's going on, or come through and we'll get you a COVID test, or you can find any place that's doing COVID testing in the area. So God bless you and have a great day. Thanks.